Good afternoon, everyone. It's Anita Menon from hearthealthbrainhealth.com, encouraging healthy grieving and mindful actions. Today, my contemplative time has been all about truth and wisdom. Truth and wisdom. And I came across this fantastic quotation. Of course, you know I'm going to focus on my favorite Vedic wisdom, and I do believe that Vedic wisdom actually permeates our society, our world, many spiritual traditions, many religions. And today I thought I would talk about this idea of truth and wisdom. And the quotation that I came across is from one of the Upanishads. It's the Taittriyopanishad. And this quotation says, "Whatever given should be given with joy and modesty." Whatever given should be given with joy and modesty. And it's so interesting that joy and modesty are so easy, right? It's actually quite easy to give from this space. So when we're in the space of giving something, do we give with joy and modesty? So if we are giving any help, let's say we're helping someone with money, do we give with joy and modesty that, you know what, it's no problem, I'm giving this? If someone is giving another person their time, that's you're just spending time with someone somehow. Maybe you're at a coffee shop together. Maybe you're at an event together. And are you giving that time with joy and modesty? Are you speaking words with joy and modesty? Is there the giving space in yourself? Is it with joy and modesty? Now, this truth can be given with joy and modesty too. So, in terms of truth, many people have learned that they could avoid the truth or neglect the truth or sidestep the truth, and they might actually do that joyfully, perhaps not modestly, but they might do that because if they can get away with not actually talking about it or expressing their thoughts about an untruth, then it's comfortable. And this is what our lives have become in society. And we see that it starts with the individual and spreads out into the world. And I was thinking, oh, what kind of things are that? Like, what would people be not truthful about? And I believe that there's lots of information about space right now that's out there, and I won't go into those details, but I'm sure you've heard about some of these things. And many times truth is held back or suppressed. And oftentimes this starts with people being this way with each other. So individuals are this way with each other. And again, without joy and modesty being part of the truth too. Now, truth is very, very simple. It's, again, if we think of that golden rule, which is the most easy truth for us all to think about, is to do unto others as we would wish done unto ourselves. That golden rule, that is a truth. It's true that why would I do to another what I would not want done unto myself? And this is such a basic truth, right? So it's so basic, yet how many people are unconsciously not working from that space? And this is the direction of our society, that we see so many things that I wouldn't want someone to do this, but I'm doing it because, and there's always the reason, there's a because of. But truth is truth. And in terms of truth that is actually helping someone, that is with the intention of assisting someone, that usually comes with joy and modesty. And I thought today I would talk about these three terms that are Sanskrit terms, which this morning's meditation really guided me to, and I really wanted to share it with you because it's such a central theme of the Vedas. And in this, these three words are Sanskrit. This first word is Shravana, which is hearing the truth. Then there's Manana, which is contemplating the truth. And then there's Nididhysana. Nididhysana, I'll say it properly. This is living and breathing the truth. So this is so interesting. Now, what is the truth and what is hearing? So when we think about Shravana, this Shravana word, hearing the truth, this is not using the equipment of the ears. This is not using the equipment of the mind per se, the intellect, the ears, the thinking process that we would normally go through when we're actually hearing something. This vibration frequency of hearing on this level is quite low, and it's basically what we hear as the buzz around us. We hear it from the news, we hear it from what people talk about it, we hear it from people's actions, and this is just a low vibration. And this low vibration is something that we all pick up quite easily. It's very easy to pick up these low vibrations. And then the second type of hearing is this Shravana. This Shravana is not exciting, it's not entertaining, yet hearing in our normal human senses can be very entertaining. We can hear great music, we can hear great chit chat, and this is very entertaining for the ears. And it's not particularly interesting Shravana. Shravana is just, or simply, enlightening. So it's interesting that I, of course, give a lot of value to enlightening experiences, and Shravana is one of the steps in this sort of learning and developing ourselves and working from powers that are within us and around us that help move us forward towards dharma, towards truth, towards living and breathing truth. So again, remember the next one was manana, which is contemplating the truth. So sometimes we hear something and we think, kind of an intuitive message, kind of a instinct, kind of a message. And when we hear that and we contemplate on it, what does this mean? What is this telling me? Is this feeding my ego? Am I behaving from a space of joy and modesty? Am I speaking from that? Am I thinking from that? And am I helping myself or the world around me through what my thoughts are? Am I contemplating this truth? So this would be that space of manana. The third one, being this Nididhysana, is living and breathing the truth. So living and breathing the truth is to actually be able to filter through the things that are unreal and constantly changing, and the things that the mind likes to hold on to. So people will hold a grudge. People will often blame or shame is that sort of space. That's the mind space. When we're beyond the mind space, we're into this Nididhyasana. Nididhyasana welcomes an energy which is all about love, compassion, and understanding, but beyond the mind understanding, there is this truth that comes through in this time. And this allows a movement between the human and divine, I'll say dimensions, that's what I wrote down, with ease. So between human and divine dimensions with ease. This is something that is actually a result of Shravana and Manana. So by practicing Shravana and Manana regularly, I can say that this is something that I do with regular meditation and contemplation, this becomes authentic in the contemplation. So contemplation becomes authentic and action becomes solid, polished, and refined. Solid, polished, and refined. There is a strength to understanding this power that comes from within and where other energies join with us to allow the actions that are right in a moment. And this Nididhyasana arises on its own. It's not that you can work on it to say, oh, okay, I'm going to be polished in my experience. I'm going to be compassionate. I'm going to be working from this space. No, we can have an intention, and that can start the whole process of Shravana. And then we can work with Manana, which is the contemplation. And then Nididhyasana is this awakening experience. And once you've had one significant, authentic awakening experience of this Nididhyasana, and I'm calling it awakening, it doesn't necessarily go by that term in Vedic scripture, but this Nididhyasana does. And this space is a space of no words. And it does not need words to be understood by the person who is experiencing it, which is such a beautiful space because it really does bring the natural joy, bliss, strength, power, and confidence that we all can use in our lives. So whether in our professional lives, whether in our personal lives, anywhere and everywhere, and whether for ourselves, because again, all of these energies come through us first before they go out to the world. And this is what I would wish for all of us. I hope that this video made sense. I know that's a bit of a lot of information and they are Sanskrit words. Of course, I'll write the words under this video and I'll write the quotation that I shared too. But I will leave you with this, that Whatever given should be given with joy and modesty. Joy and modesty. This is every thought, every word, every action. Joy and modesty. When you are the giver, be in that space. I wish that for all of us, and I wish you a fantastic evening ahead. And I hope you remember, transform your mind and transform your life. Have a great day, everyone.